Okay, so at this point, we have practiced writing paragraph number 2, your similarity paragraph, and we've practiced writing paragraph number 3, your differences paragraph. Now we're going to back up and actually write our introduction. So your first sentence in your introduction is your background information, where you are going to give your reader a gist of the Lightning Thief story so that they know what the whole storyline is about. Remember that a gist is short and it's just a sentence or two. It should not be any longer than 2 sentences, and you don't want details. You just want the big general overall idea of what this book is about. I'm going to get you started with your background information, and then I would like you to finish it on your own. So I'm getting you started by having you say The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. So you've got the title and the author, and then you're going to say is a story about. If yours is bolded, go ahead and change it if it bothers you. And then I want you to finish that thought by writing either 1 or 2 sentences to tell your reader what the gist of The Lightning Thief is. I'm going to leave you to do that on your own, because when you write your essay independently, you're going to be able to use that same exact background information and put it right into your essay. So whatever you choose to write here, you'll just copy that into your independent essay later on. After you write your background information, you've got your gist of the story. We're moving on to your thesis statement, which is your main idea of the entire essay. Your reader will read this sentence and they will know that your essay is going to compare and contrast the book and the movie. And we also want to specify which chapter we are comparing. So in this thesis statement, I'm going to start by saying that there are similarities and differences between the book and movie versions of this story. And then remember, I still need to make sure my audience knows which chapter. So I'm going to say, especially in chapter 11. This is just practice. So I'm showing you one way you could write this sentence. When you do this on your own essay for your independent graded essay, please do not copy this sentence. Make sure it sounds like you. You could choose different words other than similarities and differences. You could say in common, alike. Find some synonyms that you could use instead of copying this word for word. You can reorganize your words. Maybe you start by saying chapter 16 is totally different than in the book and in the movie, but there are some similarities. There's lots of different ways you can state this sentence. So when you do this for your own graded essay, please do not just copy and paste this thesis statement. I will want to see that you've changed up some of the words, or you've changed up the order of the words so that it sounds like you and not like me. All right, so that's all you need for your introduction. It's pretty short and sweet. It'll be maybe 2, 3, 4 sentences, and that's all you need in your introduction. Things to look for in your background information, we need to make sure that we have italicized the book title, and we need to make sure we have the author's name. Make sure that the title of the book and the author's name are capitalized. Make sure your sentence starts with a capital letter and you end your sentences with a period. Same thing in your thesis statement. Make sure you've got a capital letter and a period at the end. Background information, again, just make sure it's a big general overview of what the story is about. We don't want to detail scene by scene, play by play of everything that happens in the story. We just want the big overall idea of what the main gist of the story is. Thesis statement, we want the idea that we are going to compare and contrast. We're going to see similarities and differences. And then we also need to make sure our audience knows which chapter we're focusing on. Go ahead and make sure that you have added this background information in your thesis statement to your practice essay plan. Make sure you finish this thought though in the background information. Don't just leave it at about. You've got to finish that thought. All right, go ahead and do your introduction and then we will move on to our last video, which is your conclusion.